Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry that I'm unable to be with you in person today due to parliamentary business, but I'm delighted to be able to contribute in some way to this fantastic event in Boat of Garton, although I must say I'm particularly sad to be missing the Ceilidh this evening. Today, you will hear from partners and experts from across Scotland and beyond discussing the challenges and opportunities facing our rural and island communities. And I'm pleased to see the focus on sustainability, innovation, and decarbonisation, three themes that are critical to enable the changes we need across transport and society as a whole. I fully understand the importance of transport connectivity to our rural and island communities, and the Scottish Government engages with people living and working across these regions on everything from strategic transport infrastructure planning and island connectivity to Project Neptune and concessionary travel. There is no denying the difficulties we have experienced in recent years, with the pandemic's impact still being felt across all sectors, and hardships have heightened during the cost of living crisis and unprecedented rates of inflation. So, what is the Scottish Government doing to help address today's themes and ultimately to help people, businesses and communities? We increasingly rely on digital solutions and fast internet connectivity to interact with people and businesses, and it should be no different when looking for choices of how to travel. We are in the process of making ferry concessionary tickets available on a smart platform which will digitally integrate with our back office technology and help to reduce the need for paper tickets, improve data, mitigate fraud, and modernise concessionary travel for passengers. This will be introduced on services between Orkney, Shetland and the mainland in 23-24 and then rolled out further following the enhancement of CalMax ticketing system. In December, Northlink Ferries become the first UK ferry operator to offer their passengers the option to plan, book and pay for travel on their ferries through a mobility as a service app, when their services to Orkney and Shetland were integrated into the HighTrans Go High platform. Users can also plan and book their bus, rail, car club, e-bike, air and taxi travel through the app. Discussions have taken place with other operators to bring their services into the platform too, and I look forward to seeing the app evolving. Moving on to strategic planning matters, we're developing our island connectivity plan, taking account of aviation, ferries and fixed links, and onward and connecting travel. Stakeholder engagement will take place throughout this year, followed by a public consultation. I hope you will consider making your views heard as part of that process. We know there are several challenges, not least for the resilience of our ferry services across the Clyde and Hebrides network. But rest assured, we are working hard to deliver, including accelerated replacement of major vessels in the ferry fleet and delivery of 6 new major vessels by 2026. Turning to climate change, we know that removing carbon emissions from our transport sector is critical to meet our ambitious climate targets. One element of the island's connectivity plan will focus solely on decarbonisation by setting out a pathway to reducing overall operational emissions of our contracted ferry services. The decarbonisation plan will define objectives to encourage the development and implementation of modern design and technologies, helping to ensure that our ferries make the strongest contribution possible to achieving our climate change targets. So far, the Scottish Government has invested £113 million to support our bus sector to acquire 548 new zero-emission buses and their supporting infrastructure. And we have brought forward a number of powers within the Transport Act, including the introduction of a community bus fund, enabling local authorities to pursue the options for buses that are right for their area. But service provision is only part of the story. We need our public transport to be affordable and accessible to all users. The ongoing Fair Fares Review, which will report by the end of this year, focuses on a sustainable and integrated approach to fares, supporting the long-term viability of public transport as we recover from the pandemic. As well as improving public transport services, we know that reduction of car use is necessary, alongside a switch to cleaner vehicles to enable us to decarbonise the transport system at a pace that is sufficient to meet our statutory targets. And we understand that there is no one-size-fits-all, but we believe our route map to achieving a 20% reduction in car kilometres contains a range of options for everyone to consider, including the needs of people in rural and island areas and people in low incomes, to help ensure a just transition to net zero. To align with the sustainable travel hierarchy in our national transport strategy, we need to ensure walking, cycling and wheeling are the natural choice for shorter journeys. This financial year, we have confirmed a record funding for active travel of over £189 million, including active travel infrastructure, safe zones around schools, and the Rural Connection programme, which supports people in a number of island communities to cycle, walk and wheel for everyday journeys. Over 56 million free bus journeys have been made through our Young Persons Free Travel scheme to date, an incredible achievement, enabling young people right across Scotland to access education, employment and social activities. Everyone here today is working to improve Scotland's transport system, looking at solutions to help achieve our climate change targets and encouraging sustainable services and behaviours, all within the context of financial hardship. Our partnership and joint working are key to achieving our shared goals, and I firmly believe that we can achieve those goals together. I thank the community for the chance to speak today, and I hope everyone has a fantastic event. Thank you very much.